sleeper in the night. I'm a soul snatcher.
Huh?
What we on is we beefing or we chit chatting. You popping it on the gram, we gon' chit chat. Million followers.
No, can't help it. Tell them jump about the screen, I'm playing else.
A million followers and none of them can't help you. Tell them jump about the screen, I'm playing Elvis. Twitter fingers, it's about to get deadly. I catch you in the streets, social media can't help.
R.I.P. this man on social media, he telling I'm a convicted felon. They had me on the gram, police always be a man. Looking for the gun, the police all up in my section. What's the message? Talking with the team, I've well been a detective. You can pull me over cause he sent my place from Texas. Acting well, you know I got a stash, I feel threatened, Mr. A.
Fuck you!
So I'm trying something a little bit different here. I got my co-star with me. You know what I'm saying? Got the homie Lou in the building. Cause she was just gonna sit here and be chill. You don't do this with me, right? I'm trying to put you on the live, you feel me? I'll put you on the live. Just sit there like you was before. Stop, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Come on, man. Just take a seat. Take a seat like Chris Hansen. Ross Flip behind the ball bounce, huh? Sit your ass down though. Sit your ass down. Come on. It's cool usually. Yeah. There we go. She cooked pork in the pots. I used the oven. I had the fiends dancing like genuine. So no, this is a serious video though. I wasn't even gonna put the music in the background. But I said, you know what? It serves the point. And it's like my cosign right here. Side note, right? This is before I get to the real actual points of this video, right? My wife is going to school to become an LPN right now, right? And she tells me, because it's in Waterbury where she going, so she's like, I'm like one of only like 4 white people. Keep in mind, she just showed me this bitch that she went to some restaurant with, got takeout with today on the Facebook on her phone. The bitch is whiter than her. Okay, I said, so she's naming all these people who and she doesn't name this bitch. And I go, but the bitch you just showed me was white, cause she's just like this. She's like, yeah, they're mad ghetto, but they're my friends. And this is something I've said about my wife, right? And I know there's this comedian who like he went on Bert Kreischer's thing. It's like, how come we're doing stadiums and shit, but like no one has a stand for the mic? This is so ghetto. And so I was giving my wife a hard time because she's Puerto Rican. I'd be like, yo, how come y'all? Because she gets at like if I do anything with duct tape, she's like, no, it looks so ghetto. So I'd be like, how come I've noticed like Spanish people have this like connotation of things being ghetto? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so when I say this, I'm like, but what about the bitch you just showed me? She said, oh, she's Spanish. I said, she's lighter skinned than both of us. I said, okay, I'm Spanish now. I'm Spanish. I'm OGZ. I'm just come out and say I'm Spanish now, y'all. I mean, technically, the Mexicans done fucking enslaved my Apache ancestors. They done enslaved them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Way back. Because the Trail of Tears pushed us down there. Them motherfuckers, we start robbing all they shit. They were not liking that shit. Geronimo, though, that was a real motherfucker, man. Hey, remember, Huey Freeman? Oh, wait, excuse me. Huey Newton, Huey Freeman, Huey Gunter. See, why you did that, bro? It was so perfect. You was like the vice president when the president be giving speeches, man. Man. Anyway, fuck 12 in their car. Fuck 12 in their car. Fuck P. Diddy. I bought a Wraith just to burn the shit and set this shit on fire. $12 o'clock, we in Wheelie. So, the point of this video, now that I got all the semantics out the way for the algorithm, let's have a serious conversation about war. Serious conversation. Serious conversation. Some of y'all might have noticed, who have been here for a minute, my position on World War III is an evolving one. Okay, I'm gonna sound sort of like KJP explaining things. Not explaining, she making excuses. I'm explaining. So, no one wants war, right? No one wants that shit. I don't want that shit. But, war creates opportunity. I was watching some shit earlier today on Benito Mussolini, who I've never really looked up before in my life, because everyone, it's so wild, because like each side had at least, well, I mean the Axis was all fascist, but like Stalin killed more people than Hitler. You can't find a picture where Churchill's in the middle. It's always FDR in the middle, because Churchill ain't like Stalin. He ain't trust that motherfucker. So this motherfucker's 5 feet tall, but makes himself look like he's 7 feet tall in every bit of propaganda he puts out. Nah. And he invented Photoshop. But only for dead people. So, when it comes to war, right, Benito Mussolini, I guess, did some pretty atrocious shit, right? And it's kind of like, almost like the opposite of Gaddafi, right? Like, a lot of people talk shit about Gaddafi. Because, yeah, he bought slaves that weren't from Libya. He bought slaves from other places. Like, he would go to this, I forget where it was. I think it was on the northern coast of Egypt. It's this famous-ass place you just go and buy slaves at. And honestly, when I heard that shit, I thought about my dad's friend who, like, right after high school got caught trying to smuggle hash out of Turkey. And no one's heard from him since, not even his own parents. He's like, my fucking pops reached out to his parents for a high school reunion to see, because everyone's like, no, we can't get him. And his parents even say, it's like he walked off the face of the earth. And so after hearing about that shit, I was like, yo, he probably wound up getting sold into like some Libyan slavery or some shit. Because like Gaddafi, like he did right by Libya. He just didn't give a fuck about nobody else. But he gave a fuck about his people though. And it's like Benito Mussolini was the opposite almost. Like he was the same, like he had a lot of the same ideologies, but that fascist violent shit, it was not, this is not the way. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, he thought that shit was the wave. That motherfucker sounded like he invented Antifa. But like it was like fascist Antifa. It was really eerie, some of the shit, because it was like history repeating itself, it seemed, but... But Benito Mussolini saw World War I as an opportunity for revolution, like, and expansion and shit like that. Before he was, you know, the dictator of Italy. He saw, when he was in the service, he was like, he felt like World War I, he started adopting a pro-war stance because he felt war created chaos and chaos brings change and revolution. So, which has always been, if you've been here for a minute, that's always been my viewpoint on if World War III would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers know I've been saying for a minute, pull a rabbit out the hat with the shit. They think they got it planned out, but there's a lot of factors, about 350 million of them, they ain't playing for. That's where I come in. So basically, that's why I'm like, listen, I don't want World War III. I'm sorry I'm not on camera right now because I got to do something that's off camera and I want it. You know what, I'm going to just do this because I can. And my cat done fucking move. Luna, you would be the one too, Lou, where you be like, okay, I'm going to do this shit. Look, now she just posted up over there like she's super gangster or something. Yeah, you with the bitchy ass face, the blue eyes. I swear, she think I'm her daddy or something because we both got blue eyes. My wife called her my psycho stalker ex-girlfriend. Bitch will just appear in the shadows staring. When she gets mad, her eyes turn red. It's so creepy. She's like, you put my business out there. Nah, but So I've had this, not a pro-war stance, right? And like, there's been a lot of times, like especially when I was a kid, like with the Iraq War, I ain't like that was going on. Looking back, I see why. I see why we was there more than in Afghanistan. We didn't even get Osama in fucking Afghanistan. For all I know, we probably put his ass in the White House. Like, had Osama killing Osama from the Situation Room. That was a bit, by the way. That was comedy. Don't say I'm trying to say to negate tragic events and all that shit, YouTube. Come on now. Just want to get some traction up in that bitch. You know, real motherfucker make the world go around. No, so I'm serious though. If I start calling myself Spanish, cause he said this bitch is whiter than both of us combined. Like, we could, me and Casey, we could put both our fucking shit, especially me in the summertime. And this bitch was still like, this bitch was borderline pasty. And Casey go, but she's Spanish. I said, okay, I'm Spanish then, cause the Mexicans enslaved my Apache ancestors anyway. That count for something. They done raped my fucking ancestors, all type of shit. That count for something in my genetic lineage, however small. Geronimo said, I would go on the warpath back down to Mexico. He said, fuck the Comanche, I just want to fuck that Mexicans up. He died not understanding how democracy works. He really was like, so what do you mean if I just make a deal with this town, I'm not going to rob them? That doesn't just mean for that town. That has to apply for the whole thing. You gotta love that shit. Like, that's the type of shit motherfuckers and gangsters always loved about me that always saved my life when I would fuck up. They'd be like, well, yeah, you're right. He didn't say not to do no hot shit like that. But why did you? Like, the mission wasn't that. You just added that in. Like, I was like, listen, it was the only way. And even at times, there was a lot of times they were like, no, bro, that was not the only way. You just thought it was. But because I was funny, it was like, you could tell I genuinely really didn't know didn't know no better, but in my mind, I perceived it as such. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers always be like, he have like a childlike quality to him that makes it like when he really fucks up or like makes shit really hot for doing something that's unnecessary, like you be willing to forgive him. You be like, it's different. It's cause I'm a good-hearted motherfucker, that's why. So, because real motherfuckers make the world go around, you know what I'm saying? Real motherfuckers make the world go around. I have this viewpoint where, that's why I'm like, look, if war comes, you know what it is, man. Oh, I'm fighting. I don't know if it's going to be for no U.S. Army, though. I mean, it could be the Marines or whatever, you feel me? Like, I'm just saying, you know, pull a rabbit out the hat on motherfucker, keep them guessing. If war come, y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout Mev Bleak. Yo, RP Wiz, man. RP Wiz the Wizard, man. Should still fuck me up. But he was barking up the wrong tree, I ain't gonna hold you. And that wasn't really Kodak he was talking to. The real Kodak, he was still in there for a year. Go watch Nightmare Before Christmas. Go watch that music video. That was the first time the real Kodak came home. I come on here to expose shit. That was the purpose of the light tubes. I exposed the wrestling industry. They probably don't like me for that. John Zandon gonna see that shit in like 5 years and be like, he got rid of the whole fucking gimmick. Now they know it doesn't hurt. That's why like Nick Mondo and them would be shirtless, because like that's the only way I think you're gonna get. Because I remember hearing someone say when they're new light tubes, the fluorescence is more, and it aggravates the cuts and the bleeding, and that's why I always like stabbing that shit in there. Even when you do that shit, it doesn't, like, you really have to sit there. It's like paper, bro. It's like glass that's like paper. Either way. So yeah, with this, if war come, man, we need to stop thinking about we this race, this, whatever, that, what. We Americans. Whatever's controlling the government, as far as I'm concerned, is not American. And that's all that should matter. I can't really go into it much deeper because, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have the Patriot Act track me to the type of my blood, you know what I'm saying? And try to frame me, say I was trying to sell drugs. and then throw federal indictments on everybody that showed me love. I'm not trying to have that happen. But I know motherfuckers can tell by the way I talk. They know what the hidden meanings is and shit. And motherfucker I know can tell I ain't stupid. I present myself like that, but I'm not. Realistically, it's way different than that, but I'm humble, so I keep it where it is. Like the probably the most, like, if you was like the government looking at the most statistically impressive shit the government would have on like a profile about me, I don't never present that shit. They'd be like, he have a crazy high IQ, this, that, the third. Like, give a fuck about none of that shit. At the end of the day, it's what's in your heart, man. I know that's what's always scared all my ops, man, is that they knew how my heart was. They knew I was willing to take it there and not think about taking it there. I'll just take it there. You feel me? Like, I'm one of those, man. Like, I'm mad chill, mad cool shit. Wasn't always like that, but even still, I'm tired. I go back to that real quick. And it's always on, bro. You might have forgot the shit that I'm beefing with you for. You might not even know I'm beefing with you. And when I catch you, you gonna remember. When you wake up from being knocked out at the least. You just gonna get stuff up behind. Wake up. Have me stand over your ass like the fucking Onyx album cover. I'm gonna explain exactly what you did and say, listen, if you wanna leave it at this, we're done now. If you wanna keep it going, I can pull something out of my pocket right now. No, it's not a gun. I have to do that because I'm stoned. I ain't doing nothing illegal, man. That was comedy. That was a skit. Rowdy baby. Damn, I got that one righter than I thought I would. Yo, he was always hard because he was like, it was like if you took the Trinidad James, amplified it by 10, he didn't just drop once, and it was super gangster. That's Rowdy Rebel. Rowdy baby. So listen, I think if we can't stop the war, utilize it. I can't go into detail, but you probably know what I mean. Because when I heard that shit, when they said Mussolini looked at it as, listen, Mussolini was a guy, okay, he wanted to care about his people and all this shit, and they wanted the fascism. It was almost like everything that, like, every time he started getting to a good point, at the end of that point was, and then the fascism. And, like, even though that's one negative point, it's such a huge fucking negative point that it defeats any good he did. But in terms of his ideology, what I was, like, researching about and shit, he had, like, almost, like, 70% of the right idea. Like, a lot of the shit, I was like, damn, this motherfucker had a lot of the ideas I do. It's just, but then he throws some weird shit in. It's like, and then the fascism. Just why we couldn't just, like, have, okay, care about the people, you know, values, whatever you want to say. Without that, you would have been cool. I literally said to my brother, it's almost like he could have been a good dude, but the fascism. So yeah, I mean, that's what I said. If motherfucking shit go the way I'm manifesting it to, I ain't gonna be no George Washington. We ain't gonna have no fucking president, man. It's gonna be a. I want to say it's gonna be an absolute democracy, a true democracy. Meaning anything the government does, which is not controlled by one person, it will be a council, and there's nothing, we will not, like certain shit, I would take that shit from Israel about the Freemasons. I would take that law about it. I'd be like, listen, if you want to do that, that's cool, you can't be in government. You can't, just not allowed. I'm like really long into this video, so I can say words like that. It's not going to be, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know this is bigger than rap. This is bigger than music. That's the motion right now. That's probably like, you know what I'm saying? But if the shit go the way that I really feel in my heart of hearts that it's going to, and I wind up in the goddamn history books, okay, and I redo this whole shit, it's gonna be the right way. You know what I'm saying? If I help orchestrate the rebuilding of this shit in the right way, you know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. I'm talking about rebuilding my life and shit. I'm not talking about no type of revolution and shit. Let's be clear here. You feel me? I'm not with the Agenda 2030, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop it. Nah. I gotta say it like this, man. if we can't control or stop this shit, like I said, utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Remember, if you don't want to be, if you get drafted, you don't want to be there, prove that shit. Because if they do that enough, it's going to be enough motherfuckers. You just armed your resistance. And we got the F-16s now, bitch. I'm out this bitch, man.